Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Below the Blade coming at you from across the interwebs. You join me in our second adventure into Hand of Fate, one of my personal favourite releases of this year so far, though to be fair we're not too far into it, so don't really know how much that means, but anywho, we're going to dive straight in.
Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest.
Indeed.
Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
And I'm gonna kill them all. For funsies. Yeah, this is the main point of attraction for this game, is that we have to make our way through these people. All of the members of his court. These are like bonuses and buffs. So to speak, you need to defeat all the people in a row to unlock the bonus at the end, which are the orange cards. The members of his court are the green cards. Last time we defeated the Jack of Dust, which was pretty easy, but it is the tutorial, so don't go jumping to conclusions on that this time. The Jack of Skulls. His challenge for his run will mean that he will introduce 3 Two of Skulls cards and 3 supply cards. If I hold right bumper, gives us a bit of a lore on him. Serving as captains to squads of lesser skeletons, these unholy abominations strike fear into the hearts of all warm-blooded folk, for until this fiend is defeated, their legions are effectively endless. Sounds like a challenge. Let's go.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
This is the main appeal of the game, and what gives it a lot of replayability, the deck builder. To give you a hand, I'm actually going to build my own deck, so no. You do have the option to have the game build the deck for you and make the encounters sort of, I guess, predetermined, but the fun is building the deck yourself and adding in what cards you want. You can effectively stack the decks. You don't get to pick the order they come up in, but you can introduce certain cards to give yourself more benefits. But like I said last time, certain cards are guaranteed to show up, and I'll point those out when we come across them. So this is the equipment card. This is all of our armor, shields, weapons, etc. These will go in the equipment pile, and when we come across a card that involves taking out the equipment pile, these are the ones that might show up. So I'm going to introduce our new medium armor, and this, Desperate Measures. Now we don't actually know what any of these cards do until we find them in the game. So, if I recall correctly, Desperate Measures is a mace that has increased power versus the undead, so pretty good for what we want to do. I'm also going to remove 1 shield and put in Fortitude's Breath, the new shield we got. We don't really know what it does, but it's good to discover these things, so throw it in and just hope that we come across it at some point. I'm quite happy with that, so let's move on to our encounters. These are the things that add a lot more variety to the game and like what can happen. All the ones with locks above them have to stay in the deck for this playthrough, so I can't take most of these out. However, I can remove either one of Winding Trail, Ambush, or Dead Man's Gorge. I will probably remove Ambush, because I feel you get better benefits out of Dead Man's Gorge and Winding Trail. And I'm going to add in Devil's Choice, Dead King's Hall. So this is going to be my deck. And as you can see, a lot of these have tokens with them as well, so there's a lot more chances to unlock new cards. Right, I'm quite happy with how our decks look at the moment, so we're going to just dive straight in. Right. Start game. And he will set up the deck.
I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice.
Yeah, well, he's got to have a chance to sort of screw you over as well. Like I said, beginning of the game, not too bad, but later he will do his utmost to make your life a misery in this game.
Play for life and death. Prepare yourself.
You'll get wrecked. Twisted Canyon.
It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset.
There's a really cool... The Card Master is programmed to recognize when certain cards keep appearing, and he'll make comments on it. And like he said there, the Twisted Canyon has been there since the very beginning because it showed up in last game. So he reacts to what cards you have in the deck. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines. This is pretty much the same encounter we had last time. That's one of my few complaints about this game, is that some of the encounters can literally be memorized.
Select your desire.
Rude. Some of these encounters can literally just be tests of memory as to if you can remember what outcome, what choice provides what outcome. Let's see how lucky I'm feeling. Yay, easy. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. If we come across cards that I've read before, chances are I'll probably just skim read through them. I don't really want to waste too much time just reading out the same card over and over and over again. Draw one weapon card. An axe. I'll take it. 5 more damage.
Sure, that's the right approach.
He's doing it again. Mr. Lionel, I will not be doing the voice.
To wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
See, he has like really interesting reactions if he realises the same card is coming up again and again. I'm just going to browse through this one because we already know the outcome, where he's like, oh, I will give you a shield if you're good to me. Ask him what he needs. Gives me a shield.
With
Might be a bit...
practice and good timing, you can reflect ranged attacks.
I know. You don't need to say it more than once. It's a bit cheeky, really, to try and just use that as a chance to get a shield, like he says. But this early in the game, you can't really turn it down. What's this? The stairs. I don't want to leave quite yet.
Deeper towards our foe.
Explore the last card. Oh, it's a new
Every
card.
step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
Oh, there we go. A little bit more information on the game.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. You hear a shout from up ahead and the sounds of battle. Racing forwards, you discover a warrior surrounded by undead. 4 skeletons. Broken bones litter the area around the man, but there are still some more closing in on him, and he appears badly injured. Stranger, he calls out as he throws his weapon to you. Here, take my mace and put an end to these monstrosities. A mace? Ooh.
It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle.
I mean, he's right here, dude. Do you want to be even ruder? This weapon is enchanted with Holy. Equipment with this trait strikes fear into the cold hearts of the undead. They will sustain more damage and may not be resurrected around such holy relics. Can't really say no. I need a holy weapon to beat the Jack of Skulls anyway, or at least to make the fight a lot easier. So yeah, I'll equip it. It does more damage anyway, so... Plus plus. Win-win. Kick these guys' asses and move on. I'll just skip the intros really, unless it's anything unique. Come on, there we go. Come in. These guys die fairly quickly if you have a holy weapon. Oh, I'm bad, never mind. Wow, I am so good at video games, it's unreal. Ah well, we won. And in the end, that's all that matters. I think. Good work putting them to rest. Keep the mace. We have enough back at the Kadir, I think. He says, slowly standing. We've been hearing reports of undead in our kingdom recently, and I came to investigate. He stops to look around at all the bone fragments. More of them here than I suspected. Some new horror must have decided to settle in these parts and brought its minions. I must head back to the capital and report this to the Duke. Watch your step, friend. There is something more powerful at work than just these skeletons. This card's token is now yours, so we got a token for that.
The token is yours. Well done.
And that'll unlock us more cards, so... Can't really go wrong. Keeps the game fresh.
Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits.
Bring it on. Move on to the next floor.
Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did.
Yeah, you might be surprised. I'm gonna do it out of spite, mate. We have the Maze of Traps.
A cave, traps, and the hope of treasure. It's all I could ask for, and more.
You found a goblin treasure cave. Will you enter? Yeah? Don't be silly. Of course I will. Headlong into danger. Danger's my middle name.
Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps.
They're not doing too great so far, mate. Don't want to like be rude, but I mean they're all pretty predictable. Oh, I say that and immediately walk into the stationary beam. I can't speak today either. Easy mode. Hopefully get something decent for our troubles. For, you know, walking into a pole. 3 game cards, I'll take it. 30 gold.
I'm sure you are grateful.
15 health, could really do with some food. Thanks for listening.
A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite.
After opening the chest, the traps lay dormant and you make your way to safety. This card's token is now yours. We'll be getting loads of tokens in the early game because it's just unlocking more cards for later playthroughs. This one. Travelling Mage. The joys of all shops is that you can actually go and buy food from any shop, so you don't have to look for a particular type. There's Travelling Mage, there's Standard Shop, there's Travelling Healer. Some of them provide different functions, and obviously they tend to sell different things, but all of them provide food. Which is good because starvation in this game is brutal. 10 health. For every movement you make, you lose 10 health. It's ridiculous. So buy... Oh, he only sells them in bulk of 1 though. I can't really say no. I'll probably just spend all my money on food. Because it's the early game, there's not really any big thing I need to buy from the shops. Later on though, they become really important for not only buying food, but stuff to actually help you get through the levels. Especially when there's curses on you and stuff like that. The Maiden.
Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time again.
No, you never know, mate. One day in a shady forest you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? Ooh. Sorry about that. I will ask for supplies, because then just stack up on food and I don't really need to worry about it for the future. Wish I'd done this first though, before I spent all my money. Many enchanted weapons have powerful abilities that can turn the tide of battle, but only if the wielder remembers to use them. Farewell, mortal. Not that stupid. I know how to swing my mace. Stairs, it's a longer dungeon.
One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs.
Way to point out the obvious. Take the stairs.
Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress.
Goblins. Being stout and meek, goblins know they cannot use strength or fear to survive. They rely on more mischievous methods. They steal from you when you're asleep and escape through magical portals. Scavengers of the earth tell tales of the hidden vaults that these goblins hide their ill-gotten loot in. Their portals are made by dark magic, unkind to all but themselves.
Win this and claim my token.
One night you awaken to find your belongings being rifled through by goblins. As soon as they notice you stirring, they run away with a piece of your equipment. They have also stolen some of your food and gold. You better not have stolen my mace, I need that. What did I lose? So there's 2 goblins. He stole my shield! You cheeky bastard, get back here! Get down! Kick your ass, mate! Nick my shit, what are you doing? Thank you. Now I just gotta beat these guys just to get my food back. Die! Give me my gold! And... Come on. There we go. He's pretty much dead at this point. Just stun knock him to death. There we go. Annoying little bastards, these things, because they can take so much. Especially if you haven't got much to begin with. Like, they'll nick like 4 food. If you've only got 5, it's brutal. Especially if they get away. With the goblin threat dealt with, you continue on your way. This cast token is now yours. Bandit attack.
Our bandits are displeased with your challenges.
A group of bandits suddenly attacks. The King of Dust isn't happy about you killing his men. The dealer draws you 1 monster card. The 3 of Dust. 3 bandits. 3 more corpses. They ain't gonna kill me, he says. Hopefully. If I die here, I'll just give up gaming altogether. I was about to say, if I even take a hit, I'll give up gaming altogether, but... What? I said nothing. You misheard. I'm just too good at video games. You can't have seen what you did. Interesting ragdoll. The ragdolls in this are kind of hilarious at times, like Dark Souls level. Among the bodies you find a scrap of parchment with a rough description of you, plus an offer of a reward from the King of the Dust. Well done. From the King of Dust. The dealer draws you 1 game card. 15 gold. Nice tidy sum. Travelling Tinker. Let's go see if he's got anything interesting. I've got 33 gold, I might be able to buy something. Greetings, wise traveller, I have much to offer you. Sounds oddly like Mr. Lionel. I'm gonna sell my axe. My axe!
Are you a woodsman turned warrior now?
Fuck off! He's such a rude dude, it's unreal. What's this? Fortitude's Breath. This is the shield we put in. Every 3rd encounter does not consume food. Ooh. Yeah, go on then. I'll buy it and equip it.
A shield for the marathon, not the sprint.
And sell my current shield. And that's pretty much all we need. We're almost at the Jack of Dust. We don't need more food, because I know that he's only 2 spaces away at most. This is Dead King's Hall.
Greed. If it were not for greed, then who would play at this game?
It's a fair statement.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
And then he offers me a token. It's like, greed, you know. You see an ancient ornate coffin in the main burial chamber. It may hold spectacular wealth, but it will surely be guarded. Draw 2 monster cards. 2 of Skulls, and the 2 of Dust. I'll try and take them by surprise. Ah, I see, you got 2 huge success and 2 failure. Now, the odds do change as the game goes on, so this could become very interesting very quickly. This one? Yeah, huge success. Suddenly, you leap into the fray, taking one of them down before they can even react. I'm going to decide to take down the bandits, because I have the mace, which does increase damage to skeletons, so it'll make my life even easier. This is not how I envisioned the Dead King's Hall to look like at all, but, you know. That was easy. Must have been a shit king if that was all they've guarded him. You loot the room. The dealer draws you 3 game cards. The token is now yours. 1 equipment. A healing cap.
In my day,
5 food.
you simply avoided being wounded.
All
Healing
right.
will suffice, however. One of my cards. A small benefit. I will not be so graceful for long.
Draw 3 cards. Inspect and put back.
Take the token. It is yours.
Thank you. Wow, we have a lot of tokens to open after this. The Jack of Skulls.
The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating.
I'm convinced you're cheating sometimes, because you just become an asshole later. This tenacious undead is unusually difficult to lay to rest. In addition to sheer strength, this skeleton has the power to revive recently defeated skeletons in its close vicinity.
We play for a token now.
Annoying to defeat. I think you'll find that's 2 tokens, mate. No, whatever. I'm being pedantic. Annoyingly difficult to defeat, eh? I'm gonna put this to the test, because something tells me that with my mace, I'll probably kill him rather quickly. As long as I'm not an idiot and focus the right thing. There he is. He sounds oddly human for a, well, for a dead human. That didn't
Shots
sound
from
quite right.
rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them.
Oh,
You
musket.
agile enough.
Die. Well, that was easy. He's already dead. I feel that the mace makes this a little bit easy. And he's dead. And go collect this dude's card. And we win! And I still have the stupid hat on from last time. What happened to my eyes? Oh god. You poor fellow.
Ah, well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it.
God, we got a lot of tokens.
Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not?
I'll win, don't worry about it, mate. For helping the captain of the guards, you receive a mace and a mace. Okay then. This one is, for exploring the maze of traps, you receive Scavenger's Cap. Oh, it looks like one of those like Venetian plague doctor masks. This one, for encountering the goblins, you receive Time Heals and a goblin card. Yay, this one's permanent. Fun times for all. For exploring the Dead King's Hall, you receive Treasure Chest. As a reward for defeating my skeleton Jack, you receive these new cards. The Crucible, the Queen of Dust, Helpful Priest, and Desert Storm. Ooh, ominous. And finally, as a reward for defeating my skeleton Jack, you receive these new cards. Helm of Reflection, Consuming Shade, Angel's Wing, and Frostfang.
Shall we deal again?
We shall indeed, but that shall have to wait till next time, where I face the Queen of Dust. As for now, this is Below the Blade, signing off. Thanks for watching, guys.